Hi friends, welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah and my channel is called Handmade by Sarah W, and primarily I talk about cross stitch. I do other crafts too, but today it's going to be all about cross stitch. And so I'm glad to have you here with me for another Sunday with Sarah. I usually come every other Sunday and bring an update on what stitching I've been working on. And I love to connect with all of my friends in this way and also on Instagram. So if you see something you'd like, I hope you will stick around and check out the rest of the video and subscribe so that you know when I have new videos coming out. So let's get into the stitching. So for the past 2 weeks, I have been obsessed with Halloween and fall stitching. And you'll see that in everything that I have to show you today. In fact, I think that's, well, I have one that doesn't necessarily have to, I don't think be fall, but I mean, it has fall colors in it. So most everything I'm going to show you is going to be fall and Halloween. I'm so excited. I have several new starts. I have been starting everything. And I have some finishes too, so I'm excited to share with you, and I have a giveaway, so stick around and you can find out more information on that. So let's just get started. So I'm going to try something different this time. Editing is not my favorite thing to do, but I thought maybe I would try something a little bit different. Normally, I kind of, just grab the next bag. I'm fumbling around. I'm getting out the chart. There might be a glare. I'm trying to get my project out. And so this time, what I'm going to try to do is pop a picture up on the screen of the project that I'm talking about, of the cover photo of the chart, so that you can see what I'm talking about. There won't be a glare. I won't be moving it around. And that way you can look at that for a second while I'm getting my project out to share with you. So hopefully that will be a better format. I don't know if I'll commit to doing it every time, but we're going to try it this time. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is a chart by the Blue Flower, and it's called Spooky Autumn Smalls. Now, previously, I had shown my finish of this sweet little biscornu. My friend Sarah, she is on here as Sarah's Stitchery, and we do videos together too. I know I talk about her a lot, so if you don't know who she is, go check her out. But my friend Sarah and I had stitched the biscornu together. Then I moved on to and I believe I did show the finish of this last time. I moved on to doing this sweet little raccoon and the pumpkins. So cute. I think I had it done last time. I really can't remember. And for all of these, I'm using the same fabric, which is actually the called for fabric. It's Fiber on a Whim. And the color is called Pistachio, and I got 20 count. Something I will mention here, because a lot of times when I share like what color I'm using, and then and I always try to say the count, but a lot of times I'll have people message me and say, well, what count did you use for this? Or, what fabric are you planning to use for that? And what count are you going to use? Which, so if you want yours to look how mine looks, then the color is what's important, but anything can be stitched on any count typically. I mean, yes, it's going to change your finished size, but I know some people tell me like I only stitch on 14 or 16 Aida, or I only stitch on, so the count isn't necessarily the most important factor. Color, if you want it to be look a certain way. But just because I might stitch something on 20 doesn't mean that you couldn't stitch it on 14. So, I just wanted to say that just because if I ever use something and you think, oh, well, she did it on 20 count and I don't stitch on something that small, I just don't want you to feel that way, because I just feel like with most every chart, there's a way around. Like there's a way to make it your own or to do it on whatever count or fabric you like. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And then this was a previous finish that I had shown a couple videos ago, I think. The little cats with their socks and the witch hats. So cute. But this time I finished the other two. I'll just go ahead and show them both together here. So I finished the moth and the bat. And I did use, like I said, I used the called for color fabric, but I also used all of the called for floss, and mine is on 20 count. I used one strand. Typically if I'm on an 18 or 20, I'm gonna use one strand, but even on a lot of 16s, I'll use one strand. Specifically, Picture This Plus, I'm using one strand on 16 with that. So, these are my two finishes that I had. And I really love how they turned out. I am glad that I got the called for floss because I do love how the variegation looks in these two in particular. I really, really like. So I just like how that purple looks in the bat's wings, how the variegation looks. And on those, I did go side to side so that I could have that direction in the variegation. So I did get some I got some chenille trim to put around these, and I do want to finish them as pillows, all of them, and they are all just going to go so cute together in a little dough bowl, and hopefully I will have that finished for next year. I kind of had high hopes of having them all finished this year, but it just didn't happen. But that's okay. All right, my next one is one that I started after my last video. So like you never even saw the start of this, like you haven't seen this yet is what I'm saying. Now, if you did watch my friend Sarah's video, her video last weekend, we had not even started it at that point, but she showed it and she said, my friend Sarah and I are fixing to start this. And so not only did we start it, but we finished it. Me and Sarah, let me tell you, when we put our minds to something, we get it done. Like if we set goals for ourselves, we typically hold each other accountable and get it done. And I love that. So the chart that I'm talking about is one by Brenda Gervais, and it's called Hallo Day In. And we did get it finished. So here is my finished stitch. Isn't it so cute? I just love it. Okay, so we actually started with the outline of the house and both of us were like, wow, this is a lot more stitching than we anticipated. The roof was pretty big. It doesn't even look it. Like when you look at it, you think, oh yeah, the outline, no big deal. But I don't know. It kind of took us a while to finish that. And so it's, you know, the two witch friends, we did change their hair color to match our hair color. And then we added our initials down at the bottom. And oh, it's just so cute. I just love it so much. Now, this is on, let me tell you if this is 16 or 18. It's 16 count. Picture This Plus in the color Fresco. It was my first time to use this color. It was just one that I had in my stash. I really like it, and I'm glad I used it. In fact, I liked it so much that I have already added another piece of it to my 1, 2, 3 cart because I'll be needing another piece. I really liked it. So, like I said, on a lot of Picture This Plus fabric, I will use one strand. I did use one strand, but on the white, now not in the aprons. The aprons I used one strand, but all the rest of the white, the stars, I did use two just because they didn't have anything like surrounding them to help it pop, like the boo sign and the witches' aprons. I feel like it's not picking up really good on the camera with the light, but you can see it in person. And so I'm good with how it looks. I think it looks good, and I'm super happy with the finish. I love it, like a lot. So we got our 2 witchy friends done, and so that was a finish. Okay, that's the only 2 finishes I have. I don't have any fully finished things, but I have, let's see, 3 more things to show, and they are all new starts since my last video. So, again, with my friend Sarah, okay, she started this already. She already had it started. It's one that I've been wanting to start, and I've actually been seeing so many people on Instagram stitching it, and it just kept nudging me, like, just go ahead, like, just do, this is the year, just go ahead and do it. And so the chart I'm talking about is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. So Sarah already had a good start on hers, and I just started it, you know, since my last video, but look how much I've gotten done. So much stitching. It's been really fun though. Obviously I'm gonna love it. It's a Blackbird. That's one of my very, very favorites. I mean, anytime I'm gonna stitch a Blackbird, I'm gonna love it. So I am running into a problem though. I think I'm gonna run out of a color. So it's not a color I can get right now. If anybody knows a store maybe I could check, I would love for you to let me know. But the color that I'm gonna run out of is Garden Gate by Gentle Art. So pretty sure I'm gonna run out of it, and it's just like out of stock everywhere. So I mean, I know eventually I'll get it. I don't have to have this finished right away. So if I have to wait, I have to wait, and it's fine. But that's where I'm at. And so let's see, I used several of the called for colors on this, and actually I may have used all. I might have used like 1 DMC, but I don't think I did. I think I have all the called for, because I think I had like all but 2 colors. Yeah. And so I ordered the 2 I didn't have, and then I knew I was going to run out of Garden Gate, and it was not in stock. So I'll get it when I get it. But if anybody has any ideas, let me know. And so this is actually on an 18 count. No, hold on. Let me look. I wrote this down. Old Stationery Seraphim, which is a really pretty one. And I'm using 1 strand. Oh, it's so pretty. I love the dark border. Oh, it just makes me so happy. I really love this. I'd like to have a really cool black frame for it, so we'll see. But that's my progress so far. Sarah and I are trying for a finish. So we are really putting a lot of effort into that, I think. Okay, so next, let's see, how did I start? No, I did not start this on my last video because I had just gotten the fabric. I remember I showed the fabric and I told you the story about why I had to get this fabric. So the chart is called Bittersweet September, and it is in the Winds of Autumn book by Blackbird. Now, I really, really wanted to stitch this, but the alphabet was over 1. So I went ahead and got some Lugana. I'm usually an Ada stitcher. So I just went ahead, I got the Lugana, and here's my progress so far. And I started that over 1, like that is no joke. I can't see it really good at all. And so this is a very, very, very slow stitch for me. morning, you know, natural light with my bright light back here, my BenQ behind me. You know, readers on, and I'm still struggling. So this is a 32 count. I'm using one strand, and the color is by Picture This Plus, and it's called Legacy. Like I said, it's a Lugana. I did get off a little bit in the spacing of the alphabet, but I'm just gonna make it work because I thought, oh my gosh, I've already done, you know, the letters that I've done. Like, no, we're not going backwards. We're gonna make it work. So it will be fine, and it will be fine. I promise. Yeah, so there are like satin stitches up in that top part of the border. The colors are beautiful, but this is not a fast, and it's really not that enjoyable of a stitch for me, to be honest. I really just prefer Ada. I mean, I can do this. It's just when I have to struggle so bad to see, that's not fun for me, you know? So it is what it is. I really wanted to do it, and so I just said, if I'm gonna do it, I need to do it on something that's not an Ada. Okay, so the last one that I'm working on, oh, I really hope this fabric looks good in the light. So my friend Sarah, again, we stitch a lot of things together. She had started this for her birthday 2 years ago, I think. I want to say it was 2 years ago. And never finished it. Well, she just had her birthday, and she decided that instead of having a new birthday start on her birthday this year, she was going to revisit the last, let's see, she started 2 last year, and I think this one was the year before, and she had not finished any of them. So she said, you know what, I'm just going to work on my previous birthday starts and not start a new birthday start. So this one is Night Walked Down by the Blue Flower. It is an absolutely beautiful chart. The flowers, just everything about it, in love. So I said, well, to celebrate you, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start one of your previous birthday starts with you. And so I was looking at the 3 that she had, and I thought, and I had wanted to stitch this anyway. And so I was like, Night Walk Down. So here is my start. It's not very big, and I really don't know if you're going to be able to see this fabric. I need to show it to you next to something white, maybe. Maybe that will help. I mean, you can definitely tell there's a difference, but I just don't think it's going to pick up very good. This is a very light purple gray modeled. It's by Picture This Plus. I had never used this color. I had never even seen this color before. So when I was looking for, I was going to tell you what the called for was. When I was looking at the called for, I don't know where sorry, I'm still downstairs and everything is kind of all around me. Okay, I can't remember the called for. I don't see my bag that this was in because I kind of took everything out. I was going to grab the chart. But anyway, but it was like a light purple, and I couldn't get it. It wasn't in stock. And so I started just looking like on 1, 2, 3 Stitch, and I just came across this color, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think that might work. And so I ordered it, and it is stunning in person. It really is. I just don't ever feel like when I try to photograph it and send a picture to Sarah, I don't feel like I can capture it. But it's beautiful, and this, the colors for this stitch are gonna look great on it. So, okay, so it's Picture This Plus in the color Sprite, and I got, let me see, I think I got an 18 count. Yes, I believe so. Yes, 18 count, Picture This Plus Sprite. Now, this is one of the stitches where I have not pulled out all the colors for it. So far, I have only used DMC colors, but I fully intend to use over-dyed floss when I get to those flowers and like her dress, and but I'm kind of pulling as I go and doing just like a conversion. This isn't one where I went and added all of the colors to my cart, all the called for, you know. In fact, her dress color isn't even a color I can get. It was like a special one-time color. So I have one that I think is going to work for that, but yeah, I'm just kind of pulling as I go and just having fun with it. So it's going to be beautiful. I really love it. I want to get back to this so bad, but when I tell you the fall and Halloween have just overtaken my life, I love fall and I love Halloween. And we just had Halloween. I know it's over, but it's so fun to me. Not that I could go do the trick-or-treating. I just kind of sat in my driveway and handed out candy. But and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a broken ankle. I had surgery on it and I'm recovering, but I'm non-weight bearing, so I cannot walk. So everything is just a little different for me these days, and that's why I'm able to get so much stitching in, because I can't do anything else. So that is all the stitching that I have to show you. I wanted to talk about the giveaway, and then I also wanted to talk about some plans. That's not something that I normally don't have like a plans segment, although someone did ask me, like, could you go over all of your plans? And I'm just kind of like a spontaneous girl when it comes to stitching, not when it comes to anything else really. But I love a random start. I love just like whatever I'm feeling that day, just do it. And I don't have like a whole lot of strict, the most strict I get with stitching is like if Sarah and I are working on something and we're like, okay, let's set this goal and let's do it, you know. But even then, like, our goals are so loose and have so much room for understanding that life happens and we may not accomplish it, but we usually do if we set our mind to it. But so that's a little different. But because I am just about to start a couple of things, I was going to show you. Let me go ahead and do that, and then I will talk about the giveaway and we will be done. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to show you that I'm going to start is called Turkey Talk, and it's stocking ornament number 5 by the Heartstring Samplery. Now, number 5, I just noticed that it said that, so I don't know what the other stockings are. All I know is I really like to stitch turkeys, and I really like Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving, and I love turkey stitching. So this was a fun one. My friend Kara and I are going to be starting this very soon. We both, she already had the chart. I ordered mine and it came in this week, and we are getting ready to go on this. And so it's really cute. And she is Pink Daisy Stitch on Instagram. She has a beautiful Instagram. She stitches a lot of beautiful things, and we stitch a lot of things in common. And so that's fun. Another one that she and I have been planning to start for a while now, and I have actually several people are going to be joining in with us. It's called Harvest Moon, and it's by Annie Bees. And this is beautiful. The second it came out, like when I first saw it, I sent it to Sarah and I was like, I have to have it. I have to have this. And so we like waited for it to come out and we're so excited to stitch it. She's going to stitch it too. Actually, our friend Lori's got a start on hers and it's beautiful. And she's the Grateful Needle. She is like the fastest stitcher that I know. And she stitches beautiful things. So I wanted to show you the colors. Like I'm all kitted up and all ready. So, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. All right. So the fabric that I chose for this is an 18 count fiber on a whim, and it is Milk and Honey. I was about to say cream and sugar. I was like, this is not cream and sugar, don't say it. I stitch a lot on cream and sugar, so it really wanted to come out. Milk and Honey. And I've got all of the called for colors. The only one that I substituted was this white color. And I just used DMC 712 for that. But everything else, it's just the called for overdyes. And I did do a DMC conversion. If you're interested in stitching this and you want the DMCs and you want to just let me know and I will get that to you. Send me a message on Instagram and I'll send you the picture. And so we're gonna be starting that pretty soon. And then oh yes, so in my last video that I did with my friend Sarah, we call it Stitching with the Sarahs. We talked about the hands-on design winter folk stitch along that we're going to be hosting. So I have got my fabric ready for that. I'm going to use Earthen by Picture This Plus. It's not the called for, it's a little bit lighter than the called for. I'll show you my fabric. So the called for is a little bit darker, but I've done all of the folks on this fabric, so I just was gonna stick with it. But anyway, we are hosting a stitch along for this chart, and we hope that you'll join us. We are gonna start stitching on November 17th, but you start whenever you feel like it's good for you. You don't have to start on that date. You can wait, whatever. We just will be happy for you to join us and stitch it with us, even if it's your first one or like us, like we've stitched the other 3 and now we're gonna stitch this one. So, all right, let's get to the giveaway. So I had a lovely person reach out to me. Her name's Jessica. And by the way, I love when this happens, okay? Like when somebody makes something or sells something and they want to sponsor a giveaway on my channel, I love that because I love to give back to you. You're giving me your time watching my video, and I'd love to be able to send something out to you. And I love when someone wants to sponsor that. And so her name's Jessica. Her shop is called Lumistitch. So she's on Instagram. She just uploaded like less than 2 weeks ago her first Flosstube video. So she's a brand new Flosstuber. So give her some love. Her channel and her Etsy shop, I'm gonna link down below so you can easily just click to get to it. But what she sells in her Etsy shop is she makes bags. She also dyes some cross stitch fabric. She makes little needle books. And so what she so generously sent me was a bag for me and a bag for you. So I'm gonna show you my bag. It's this adorable vinyl front, so you can see the glare there. this vinyl front, adorable fall bag. You know, fall's my favorite. It has a sweet little leaf charm here. And then the back is this pretty orange leaf and acorn fabric. So cute. You know, this is right up my alley. And it's beautifully made. So she sent this for me. And then for you, she sent this beautiful fall. There are sweet little acorns, or I'm sorry, are there acorns? Hold on, I might be saying, yes, there's acorns, there's mushrooms, and there are squirrels and leaves. So cute. There's also another cute little leaf pull there for the zipper. And it's got the vinyl front, and then on the back, it's this brown fabric with the leaves. It's really pretty. And I like how she puts the, she has the rickrack. I don't know if you can really see because it's the blue on the blue. You can see it on mine. Let me hold it up. Yeah, super cute. So thank you, Jessica. Oh, and also, forgot, there's also a needle book. Okay, so this is like spooky trees. How fun is that? And then on the inside, so pretty, so useful. So I would love to send this to one of you. So if you will leave me a comment, make sure you're a subscriber, make sure you're over 18, make sure that you like and comment on the video, and also please don't use any words like giveaway or prize or win or anything like that in your comment, because I really want it to go to a fellow cross stitcher. And so if you'll just leave me a comment and use the word bag in your comment, you don't have to say anything but bag, or you can use it in a sense. It really doesn't matter. Just use the word bag, and I'll know that you would like to be entered to win that bag. And on my next video, I will announce who won it. So in the meantime, go check out Jessica. I'll link her below. And thank you so much for sponsoring a giveaway for today's video. And I think that's all I have for you. So I will be seeing you in a couple of weeks when I'm back. I don't know if Christmas stitching will have hit me by then. I'm really looking forward just to starting Harvest Moon by Annie B's. And that turkey little stocking. And I really want to finish working on my Away We Ride. I have a feeling I'm going to get stopped because I'm going to run out of floss. So I'll just do as much as I can until then. Oh, I wanted to give a quick update on my ankle. So I went back to the doctor, and I guess I was kind of anticipating that he would tell me like, oh, in a couple weeks you can start trying to put weight on it. I guess there's my cat, sorry. I guess I was kind of like hoping that that's what was going to happen, but that's not what happened at all. Nothing bad. It's just, you know, it's just not time yet. And so I'm still not able to put any weight on it. So nothing's really changed for me as far as my daily, you know, what I'm doing. But I do, let's see. I think, yeah, that's it. I can't remember what I was going to say, but yeah. So, I know what I was going to say. I'm trying to give myself some grace because he kept reiterating, like, you didn't just break your ankle. Like, you had a major accident, like a big injury. So, you know, I know I keep saying like, yeah, I broke my ankle, but it was a lot more involved than that. Like it was dislocated pretty bad. So there's a whole lot of ligament damage, and you know, it was a big injury. So I'm just thankful that it was not any worse than it was, and it you know, I could have hit my head or broken other bones. So I'm okay. It's going to be okay. And I've got a good attitude about it, because at first it was hard to have a good attitude, but now I'm just kind of like used to it, I guess. So anyway, thank you still for everyone that continues to ask me how I'm doing and thinking about me. And I do appreciate that so much. So that's all I have for you today. And I can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks. And in the meantime, happy stitching.